Hi, this is Brian Boyce, and we're going to look today at the Matrix lineup of treadmills, the TF30 and the T30. And so just when you're shopping, keep in mind that whenever you see the TF and T, that F means folding. So right off the bat, we'll show you one of the primary differences here with the TF model that folds very easily. And then we just pull this little switch right here and it comes down. Nice hydraulics, and it's very smooth. Doesn't require much muscle at all. We come over to the T30, and what we're going to find is, nope, it's fixed. So whether or not you want a folding treadmill or not, completely different issue. I write about that quite frequently. One of the values to folding, of course, is that you can clean under it, you can move it, but the non-folding treadmill is a little bit more stable. It's really your pleasure. One of the things we like about Matrix treadmills is they are steady as a rock. So I'm 5'10", I weigh 220 pounds. These are size 11 shoes. And you'll see one of the differences between the Matrix lineup and some of the competitors is just how stable these things are. That's because they have larger rollers. We go into that a little bit, 2.4-inch rollers, whereas most of your other commercial treadmills for the home are somewhere between 1.8 and 2.36-inch rollers. So 2.4 and up is definitely very solid. The rollers are down here, and that's what pulls the belt. So you do have a higher grade of material here, and that is a price justification. When you're shopping for Matrix, clearly you're shopping for, treadmills that are more solid, and they are going to be a little pricier. These are in the $4,000 up range. There are specials. I encourage people to look for specials, but if you're looking for quality long term, that's one of the big differences. Another key point here with the T series, the T30s and the TF30s, is you have screen options. So you can either have the 8.5-inch, the 10-inch, or the 16-inch. Now with the 8.5-inch, which we happen to see on this one right here, you're going to see a simple data screen. And the simple data screen, which is called an LCD screen, is as it is, just data readout. If you're looking, that's a 8.5-inch. When we come over here to the 10-inch screen, this is high definition. And this is the same kind of connectivity that you would have on a touchpad or a phone. And so it's just as quick and just as reactive. You'll see there's a little more activity. There's also on the Matrix these days the option to have both iFit or any of your other apps. Here's Facebook, here's Netflix, there's YouTube. So there's lots of different options that you can play around with while enjoying your workout. Performance-wise, these two treadmills are pretty much the same in terms of specs. It's a 20 by 55-inch deck, so that means 20 inches wide, 55 inches long. And so I'm 5 feet 10 inches tall, and a 55-inch deck, as you can see, is pretty sufficient, for me to stride out on. I weigh about 220 pounds, so I'm not terribly tight here. So it feels nice and roomy. We do have heart rate sensors built into the handle grips. And in my experiences, I've been working on these over the years. I've found that the heart rate sensors are pretty accurate. This happens to be an Oura ring that I'm wearing right here. If I can get it off my finger, and you'll see there's little sensors in that. So my Oura ring doubles as a heart rate sensor. And it's also Bluetooth, as is the treadmill. So you can sync your own heart rate connector, whether it's an armband, a chest strap, or you could use these. All in all, it's one of the best treadmills around in terms of total programs and connectivity. There's also a number of built-in programs, but as interactive as it is, I can't see anybody getting bored with these. You do have up to 12.5 miles an hour worth of speed and up to a 12% incline. So that's what you're looking at. But I think one of the keys we want to make sure people understand here, as I'm on this treadmill, it's solid. So we can ramp this thing up. And you won't see any wobbling on this. We'll just go ahead and show you one of the differences. Because one of the things that people who are larger get concerned about with a home treadmill is whether or not it's going to be stable. And so what you're seeing right here is this thing is is not wobbling at all. So no matter what I'm going to be doing on this treadmill, you're going to notice that it's stable. So at 220 pounds, you know, even if I was 250, 275, we'll speed this up a little bit. We're still not getting any kind of wobble here whatsoever. And again, that's because we have a lot larger rollers. Another key to the technology here is we have a really handy media rack. It handles my phone or a pad. You've also got a plug-in to keep your phone charged. So what we need you to do is check the links below for offers on deals from Matrix or Johnson Health and Fitness stores. Johnson Health and Fitness stores also sell all other brands of fitness. But you'll see with our review, we're going to review these quite highly. They're solid as a rock. And if you're looking for a treadmill that's going to last you a long time, these are definitely built to last.